Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Uru. We are in this new area of the Dunny Cavern that we have not yet seen, and there's actually something that I missed last time we were in here. We found some stuff here that was fascinating. For one thing, there's this puzzle located in this area that we couldn't solve. But we did find this number clue to something. And we also saw a view on the bottom floor, but there's what I was looking for, right there. Another one of these number clues. This one says 189. So I'm going to write that one down. Whoops, 1:89. There we are. Keep all those handy. But the other thing that was rather interesting about this location was down here. We saw a view of the Great Tree of Dunny, or at least what seems to be the Great Tree. Not there, over this way. There it is. And I didn't point this out last time, but you can see that there's a suspension bridge that runs from this direction over there. So maybe if we solve the puzzle, which would be around where that point is, then we might be able to get in there. Anyway, what we need to be focusing on now is these books and whatnot that we saw over here. There's 2 linking books, plus there's a notebook. So let's read the notebook first. The Watcher's Sanctuary. We read the 5-volume Words by the Watcher in the last video, so let's see what this has to say. Analysis. Author Simpson, transcribed from voice recorder. Age, The Watcher's Sanctuary. So that must be what this place is. Date, October 7th, 2002, and April 19, 2003. 2 trips. Okay, where to get started? The room itself is actually pretty simple, and at first glance doesn't seem to have much to it. Well, for your average explorer, there's actually much more here than meets the eye. Much more, at least as far as history. It's practically dripping off the walls. Fortunately, I dig that stuff. Lucky for you, I'm also better than your average explorer. Might be getting ahead of myself. Structure. Circular room with a number of doorways leading off in each direction. Large staircase, might need some support work, leads to an upper level. Okay, this just doesn't work without knowing some of the history and story behind this place. I gotta start there. I've done some translation and talked with Watson. This is great stuff. Alright, the tree off the balcony. I did do a little walking around. I can't see it well, dark, but it's an old tree. Don't know exactly when it was created, although certain style and material elements suggest as far back as the early 2000s, long before a guy called the Watcher came around. And it's the Watcher that this place was created for, renovated for, and dedicated to from the time it was built in the late 4000s until the fall of Dunny. The Watcher lived during the mid-4000s and spent most of that life on hidden, secluded ages. He wrote a book called Words, a prophetical book. Nostradamus-type guy. Strange. Though it doesn't seem his prophecies caught on real well at first, through a variety of events, you can ask somebody else if you want to know them all, the guy became more and more popular, then faded, then popular again. You know the deal. There was always a core group of followers, but the overall population wavered. I would imagine, depending on how accurate they viewed his visions. Over the course of time, a whole lot of his copies of his books were printed. We found plenty of them. As I mentioned, the tree, which I still don't know how to actually get to, was built long before the Watcher. No one at the DRC seems to know exactly what it was for. Best guesses are that the tree was built early on as a representation of the Dunny that had come here, the new tree. They definitely had a thing for trees. It's very true for Cyan as well. So, the Watcher comes along and writes some prophecies. They end up becoming pretty popular, and they do deal quite a bit with a tree, as much of Dunny prophecy does, and an unknown guy builds his building with a tree as its focus. Seems like the building was an upper-class lounge or sitting room, pub, something along those lines. The intellectuals come and discuss the philosophies and politics of the day, although there was some homage being paid to the Watcher and his thoughts and ideas. This sanctuary, or whatever you want to call it, stayed successful even while ownership changed. It seems it changed as frequently as the philosophies and religious views of the people. It wasn't until Kadish came along, yes, our good friend Kadish, that the thing really took off. Unfortunately, right before the fall, I've just realized I haven't moved in the past few minutes. I'm standing in a building giving an analysis without moving. Gotta love history. So, back to it. Nice little coves in this place, wouldn't be bad at all with a cigar, and, okay, Kadish in the fall. Kadish was the last guy to own it, and it seems he did some renovations. This is where their history and current day setup get interesting. The Watchers spoke quite a bit, in words, about someone known as the Grower. The Grower is prophesied to do a number of things, and it seems there were numerous interpretations of the Grower. Some saw this person as little more than a great lord or king, while others saw this person as a superhuman miracle worker, godlike conquering time, space, and dimension, and everything else. The views on the Grower were as varied as you can imagine. What's important is that Kadish viewed himself as the Grower, as the one the Watcher had prophesied about. As a result, he modified the pub to honor not only the prophet, but himself as well. He seemed to be intent on fulfilling as many of the prophecies as he could. So he built this puzzling path of the shell to the tree, brought the Urkana book here. Kadish was the engineer behind its construction. Brought the Anone book here and claimed that it allowed him to travel through time, back to the Dunny homeworld as it was, as it is, and as it would be. Kadish claimed he wrote the book. All of these things to fulfill the prophecies. Even the times of Dunny were significant because the Watcher claimed to see visions of the past, present, and future. As a result, he wrote what he saw, never knowing if it would occur in the future, had already occurred in the past, or was occurring as he wrote. People flocked to the place. Not only was it the only way to travel through time, but Kadish himself was the only one who could solve the spiral path of the shell and access the tree. In fact, he would demonstrate his ability to anyone who wanted to come and watch. Nightly challenges were held to see if anyone else could access the room. It seems no one ever did, further confirmation of Kadish as the Grower. Kadish bragged that the Watcher clearly spoke of how to solve the room in his prophecies, and that anyone could find the solution there. Easy to say when you did build the thing, maybe. I don't get something. Maybe I don't get something. Either way, good luck reading through all of those and figuring out anything, let alone the solution to some kind of weird Dunny puzzle. So, it seems that Kadish ran the sanctuary up to the end. Obviously, at some point we know he died. We've all seen the remains of the poor guy. An odd end for a guy that seemed to have so much. Had a book right there, but didn't use it. But that's another story. Okay, history out of the way, and I guess I should finish with the spiral path room. I'm not a big puzzle guy, but the room seems very confusing. A switch closes the door and turns on the light, and some mechanism releases the ball back to its starting point. There are numbers scratched into the walls of the maze as well. Enough of that. I can see myself going crazy in a place like this. Ah, the Dunny. Oddly, there is no physical access to or from the city that surrounds the building. We know the building is up in Jateri, a nice district, but there's definitely no way to get in from the outside and vice versa. Not sure if Kadish sealed it up or if it always was, but I would bet the second idea. It makes it handy to limit access. If you don't have a book, you're not getting here. And that would explain why the books here were never destroyed or taken. That's it for now. I'll probably get back here again after checking Urkana and Anone. Okay, so our old friend Kadish, you guys remember him from earlier on, is up to his old tricks again, and he appears to be in the business of trying to be the Grower, this figure that the Watcher prophesied about, and it looks like this thing follows us around. Also, have we seen the Great Zero line come through here yet? Because if we haven't, then I feel like that should be a bug. Anyway, he mentioned the Urkana and Anone books, so these are apparently ages that Kadish brought up here. So, actually, let's not do that one first. I'm going to save that one for last. Let's do this one first. Let's check these out. We want to see some new ages, right? And we got some spots on our shelves. So let's fill them up and check them out. Alright, we don't know which one this is. Well, the one apparently involves time travel, so that's interesting. Okay, there's a giant collection of plants and another one of these clues. Alright, well, you know the drill here. We gotta take a picture. So let's bring out the old key. And snap. I think I'm getting used to the button sequence for that. If I'm not mistaken, there's a Relto page somewhere here. I guess not. Okay. I thought there was a Relto page here that added these things to your Relto. Maybe that's only in the live version of the game. Or maybe it's found somewhere else on the Age. I forget. Either way. Whoops. Wrong way. So we had another path. It was to the right of us, I believe. So let's go that way. Okay, we got a bunch of rail tracks here. That's interesting. So apparently, whoever used this Age transported some stuff along here. This is quite an expansive place. I like this music. I gotta admit, there is something fun about just running around a big place like this. Especially in Myst. Okay, there's a giant factory over there or something. Looks like an industrial type building. Interesting, though. And there's another side to this whole area. There's 2 tracks. Interesting. I wonder if there's anything up here. Can we get up here? We can. Okay, apparently there's nothing up here. That was fun, though. I liked doing that. Alright, I don't remember a lot about this Age, so you're going to have to bear with me here as we explore and find everything. Very, very interesting. I don't think this is Onone. There doesn't really seem to be any sort of indication that this was the Dunny homeworld, as apparently Kadish presented it to everybody. This seems to be some sort of industrial age. So it's probably Urkana. Anything over here? Nope, just more machinery that we can't do anything with. Okay, so let's continue exploring here. Big area. So it seems like if we're going to get anywhere, we're going to have to ride these rails somewhere, from somewhere into there, because we can't jump up onto that level. Okay, nothing too unusual around here. Another one of those tall plants that we saw earlier. Pretty neat. And there's not really a whole lot to say about this so far. We just need to find a way to get onto those rails. That's the main thing. I'm just checking around here because I thought there was something on one of these. I could be mixing up the single player and multiplayer games though, so... My memory is really fuzzy here when it comes to this. Alright, so we got 2 areas here. Let's see where this one goes first. And apparently it goes nowhere because this is a giant gaping hole. Doesn't really even seem like we could do anything down there either. Alright, let's just go back. So I don't think we're going to be using that track anytime soon. Okay. This way, though, maybe we'll find something over here. Never know. At least this track's all in one piece so far. Was this where we exited out of earlier? I think it was. Yeah, it was. Aha! There's something there. Alright. Well, that's promising. Let's check it out. Looks like this is a dead end as far as the path goes, but if we can get onto that car, train, whatever thingy, then maybe we could get to the factory area. Alright. Just checking to see if there's anything cool back here. Nope. I appreciate that there's not always something hidden under every rock, so to speak. Alright, so this takes us up to the train. Let's see what we've got here. Looks like this is the machinery for it. Oops, I don't want to go back. I just want to look over here. There we go. There's a giant lever here. Does this work? No. Okay. So we have to do something first. Maybe it doesn't have any power, or maybe there's something else going on with it. Anything back here? Nope. So maybe there's just something we missed here. Is there... Wait a minute. What's that there? There's a lever here. Can we... I guess we have to... We can't pull that. Okay. Can we pull this? Yes. What about this one? Nothing there. There's a little light there. Aha! Well, that's a good sign. Alright! It's working! Alright, let's go back there so we can naturally enjoy the view. Oh, we can't enjoy the view? Alright, let's manually enjoy the view. F1 it is, then. This is pretty fun. Get to ride around in a cool train. A lot faster than running around by foot, that's for sure. And there's the factory up ahead. Okay, here we are. We end up on the left side of this whole thing. Looks like it's slowing to a stop. There we are. So we still haven't really solved the mystery of what this lever up here is all about. That should be interesting to find out about. But how do we get off now? Like, what's the deal here? Can we exit the way we came? I suppose we could, but that's not really going to help. Alright. Well... What does this do? Can we do anything with this? Oh! So this separates... Oh, okay. So I'm guessing that something was carried into this factory. Whoa, that's a glitch. Via these trains. Okay, so now this is ended up in here. That's cool. Oh. We moved up. And back, apparently. Cool. Alright. Well, we ended up in a circular room. This kind of reminds me of the train station thing from the Selenetic Age on Myst. This circular thing. And we got ourselves a cloth, but it's not a journey cloth anymore. It's this cloth that has a shell symbol on it. And Isha told us that we would be seeing this symbol as the symbol of the journey would change. So that's pretty neat. Alright. I think there's an opening there. Can we get through there? No. Okay. Oh wait, there we go. There's a ladder here. Alright, so seems like whatever they brought in here would be brought in for processing or something. And looks like there's a pathway over there, but we can't go through it because it's blocked. More specifically, it's being blocked by the train car, so maybe we have to find a way to send it away, maybe by pulling that lever again and getting out. Let's see if it works. That would make the most sense, I would think. What's over here, anyway? Oh, this is a train car. I thought this was something different. What does this do? Maybe that calls a train car? It doesn't seem to work right now. Wait a minute. Why can't I jump? What in the world? No, seriously, why can't I run through there? Is this a bug? Okay, this is bizarre. I have no idea what's going on. There we go. Apparently now I'm back on higher ground. There we go. Alright. That is really strange behavior, but at least we sent the train away. I'm curious to know what this button does, though. Can we use it? It doesn't seem to be on. Oh well. It was worth a look, I guess. Where's that ladder? Oh, there's a... Oh, here it is, right here. It's really hard to see that. Okay. So it looks like the only way forward is through this passage here. And we go down further. See, is this blocked? It is blocked. You know, I have to reiterate, like I said in Gira, if this were me in real life, I would not be so quick to want to go through that. 496. Let's write that down. Because those things could be boiling hot or full of poison or something. I mean, I don't know. I kind of wish for once video games would actually have dangerous gas vents in them. Alright, so let's see where this goes. Got another ladder up here. It seems like this leads to another room. A room that's very similar to the last one. So this must be the other side that we saw earlier. I have to presume. There's another one of these ladders here. Wait a minute, I apparently missed something. In case you couldn't tell, I've actually got a walkthrough in front of me because I forgot a lot about this age. Apparently a light switch somewhere here, but I'm not seeing it. Unless that was the button that we saw near the train car earlier. Yeah, I'm not seeing a light switch here, so maybe it's supposed to be on the upper level. Okay. So what do we got here? This is another one of these train areas, but no button here. And there's a set of stairs. Alright. What a view that is. Check this out. There's a lot here. Well, I think I'm going to end the video here, because we've got a lot in front of us. But next time we're going to explore more of this giant factory complex thing. But we'll do that in the next video. So until then, guys, thanks so much for watching. Do not drink dirty water like this. Drink nice blue water like that. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves today. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell to get notified of the next episode. And either way, I'll catch you on the flip side.